we're gonna build Garchomp because I was doing some looking, all right, and Garchomp seems like it could be a super good build. So the easiest way to do this is gonna be to fly to Medali West, and we're not gonna go for the flying Garchomp that's up by Area 0. We're gonna go for the one that is the Tera Garchomp. It's a flying Tera type. And the easiest way to do this is you're just gonna go down this way. And as you come down this way, there is a giant cave down here, and our big boy is gonna be in there waiting. Just like that. Yeah, there we go. So once you come down this way, you're gonna come up this little area up here. Or you can go down the other way, doesn't matter. And you can see him up there, that's our boy. So this is a flying Tera type Garchomp that is just out in the open, and you can get him as many times as you want to. Boom. And there's our boy. So first thing you do when you find him is you gotta catch him. All right, so once you've got Garchomp down this low, if you've caught one of these before, easiest way to do it's gonna be a repeat ball. You guys know how this is by now. Boom, because you use a repeat ball, if you've caught it enough times, it's an automatic crit capture. Pretty simple. And now we move on to the fun part. Or the next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna fly over to Levincia North, just like we did the last time we did this, because this is the place that has all of the stuff that we need. All right, so once you get here, first thing you're going to do is you're gonna wanna make sure that Garchomp is inside of your party. Boom, so here's our boy. We're just gonna swap him out with Dragapult. And yeah, we're gonna leave him right here. Just like so. We're gonna go into our bag. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna use the ridiculous amount of XP candies that we still have left over from the last set of raids. We're gonna do this. We're gonna use 91 and boom, put him at level 100. And we don't need to learn anything right now because moves aren't important. Okay, once we've done that, it's time for EV training, which means it is time to head down to the vitamin shop. Everybody's least favorite part because it is absurdly expensive. We're gonna go to the vitamin shop, Chansey Supply. We're gonna buy the stuff that we need. So we need max attack for Garchomp, which means we're gonna need 26 protein. I have 40, so I don't need to buy any of these. We're gonna need 164 speed, which means that we need to buy 17 Carbos in order to get this here. And then we're gonna need special defense of 92, which means we're gonna need to buy 10 zinc. Boom. And if anybody doesn't know how to calculate these, chat, the easiest way to do this is it's just whatever it is, however many you buy, multiply that by 10, and that's how much it gives you. Okay? So like 10 zinc is gonna raise your effort value for special defense by 100. That's the easiest way to go about this. Okay? And then that's literally all you need to buy here. That's it. And then it's time to EV train. So when we EV train, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're not gonna do these first. This is a tough one because we need to make sure that Garchomp has a jolly nature. And we wanna make sure that Garchomp has a jolly nature before we start doing this. Okay, so we're gonna do jolly nature. And then we're gonna go up, we're gonna grab our proteins. We're gonna use 26 of these on Garchomp. Boom. We're gonna use 17 of our Carbos on Garchomp. Boom, just like so. And then we're gonna use our zinc on Garchomp as well. Garchomp, how many do you want to use? We're gonna use 9 because that's all we can use. Boom, and there you go. You got your, you're ready to go. Okay, EVs are done and your nature is done at that point, chat. And then after that, you're gonna wanna make sure he's healed up and you are going to want to check and see where you're at so far. So if you look, his ability is Sand Veil. We don't want it to be Sand Veil. We actually want it to be Rough Skin, which means that we're gonna need to use an ability capsule. It is Patch. Okay, so it is Patch. All right, so you're gonna use an ability Patch then. And you're gonna use it and swap it out, change Garchomp's ability, Now it has rough skin. Okay? So, here's what Garchomp should look like currently. Should be level 100. Should have rough skin. Should have max EVs in HP and physical attack. And you should have his speed boosted up as well. And then, you know, a jolly nature. Not quirky like it says on here. Okay? And now we move on to IV training. So you're ready to IV train. You're going to fly on the map. You're going to fly out to Monteverna, to the Pokemon Center. You're going to come back around here to our favorite little shady dude who does the hyper training. Boom. We're going to hyper train. Yep. And we're going to hyper train Garchomp. Like so. Okay? And when we hyper train Garchomp, we're going to train with just our normal bottle caps. Okay? And we are going to hyper train everything except special attack. Okay? Not that. We're not doing special attack on this one. We're doing physical attack and not special. And once you do that, you're good. IV training's done. Only thing you have left to do is moves. Nope. You're gonna go change moves. You're gonna do remember moves. Okay? You wanna make sure that Garchomp knows Earthquake, which he knows already. And that is the only move that we have in here that we can learn from Garchomp's actual moveset. Everything else has to be TM learned. So what we want to learn is we want to start off with Swords Dance. Or Swords Dance. Blah. And I found out the easiest way to do this is just sort this by name. And then go all the way down as far as we can. And odds are, if you beat the game, chat, you probably have one of these. You probably have Swords Dance already. Like, I'm sure you've picked it up at least once. Like, I have 2. Okay. So you're going to do Swords Dance. I'm going to get rid of Liquidation for Swords Dance. Boom. And then you also want to learn Helping Hand as well. And odds are you probably have Helping Hand already. Now, if you do not have Swords Dance, okay, I will show you where to get Swords Dance from. It's actually super easy to find. Swords Dance and Helping Hand are pretty easy to find. Okay? And those are really the only 3 moves that you need to know for Garchomp. You can throw another move in there and kind of experiment and just do, you know, whatever you want to do with it. But really, that should be it. Your moveset, it should look like this. Level 100. Okay? Sword Stance, Earthquake, Helping Hand, and then whatever 4th move you want to put in there. Max HP and attack for EVs. Everything except special attack, IV trained, and 4 IVs into speed, or 92 IVs into speed, and a jolly nature. And that's really all you need to do. Pretty simple. And then, yeah, then you hop into a raid and go stomp all over Greninja. And that's pretty much all there is to this one.